my cards right. Up the ante, won blackjack all night. Roll the dice, let it ride. What are the odds I got snake eyes?
Have you ever walked into a crowded room and with the first person you saw went right over to them, told them everything about yourself and why they should buy from you? Of course you haven't, but of course that's what's going on in the marketing world today. You have a lot of business owners, you have a lot of salespeople, a lot of professionals, and just people in general that have something to pitch that are coming to you on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, and even on email, and they are telling you about themselves, and they were saying why that you should buy from them. Yet they've identified nothing about what they know about you, your business, or anything else that you have going on. And in an era where they're saying personalize things when you're on LinkedIn and your invitations and all that, absolutely, personalize it if you can. But actually what's going on is when people are personalizing it, they're not personalizing it. They are making it different and unique than what the default message is on LinkedIn. But in turn, what they're doing is telling you about themselves and telling you why you should buy from them. Yet you've never met, you have no background, they don't understand anything about you. They just maybe know what type of industry you're in or what position that you hold. So I have a real problem with this, and that's what's going on in social media. In a time when these tools that exist of Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, email, that you can learn about people. You can learn where they went to school. What is their favorite sports team? What city do they live in? What are their interests? Do they like food, traveling, working out? Do they like taking long walks? What do they like doing? Do they have a family? Do they have pictures of their kids somewhere? These are things, these are tools, these are ways to learn about people, not to be like Big Brother and watch over and be stalky, that kind of thing. It's more to learn about the person and to have a real conversation. It doesn't ring true that if you just look up those things that I talked about and it just doesn't sound right. It's hard to say like what it is that you have to look for. It's just kind of the emotional intelligence that you have to watch over to say, oh, I think this person's really trying to sell me something. If you are just having real conversations, that's what we're talking about. These are great tools that exist for people today, and they're not being used correctly. Now, again, this is a generalization. This is not everybody. A lot of people are doing it right. But every day I go into my email, I go into LinkedIn, I go into Twitter, I go into Instagram, and I have spam messages in all of those and more of people saying all the things about them and why I should buy from them. Yet they didn't come to me and say, hey, I saw you went to the College of Charleston. Wow, I love the city of Charleston. It's really doing great things there and blah, blah, blah. None of that's happening. None of it's happening. And I just don't understand it when you have all these tools that exist out there. So I think I just want to put it on other small businesses and large businesses and any businesses and professionals and salespeople to put themselves out there in a way that is unique, but not all about them and not pitching the product or the service or whatever it is that they're trying to sell. This podcast exists in large part because of KazCM, the content marketing business inside KazShort Inc. KazCM is excited to bring the content marketing services used at KazShort to you. Learn more by visiting KazCM.com. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. It's a big deal to us. We hope you found value in it, and if you did, we would be incredibly grateful if you gave us a review on iTunes. Remember to subscribe to this podcast and feel free to share it with anyone you know. More than anything, thank you again for listening. We appreciate it.